Good morning, everybody. Today we are at the incredible sales office for the brand new Daniels Waterfront, the Lighthouse Condominiums. And today we're joined by Dominic Tomper, who is the broker of record of City Life Realty, which is a subsidiary of the Daniels Corporation. So thank you, Dominic, for joining us today.
Well, thank you. It's a real pleasure to have you here today.
So we're going to talk a lot today about the Lighthouse Condominium, but I want to start by talking about yourself. You've been in the business a long time. We love learning from people who have been in the business a long time. So give us a quick overview of who Dominic Tomper is and how you started and how you got to where you are today.
Certainly. So it has been a long journey. Started back in 1984. So it's been just over 33 years, I believe, in the industry. I started specializing in condominiums in the early 90s. And started working with the Daniels Corporation in early 2000 and was involved with some of their very unique programs. Arento owned it at the Chelsea, back at the NY Towers community, where we revitalized the entire area of Bayview and Shepherd and grew it from there. And now with City Life Realty, it's an in-house brokerage that takes care of all of the high-rise communities for the Daniels Corporation.
Excellent. So obviously Daniels, always, whenever we talk about top builders in the city, Daniels are always mentioned in that group, and for right reasons. What we personally love about the Daniels group is that whenever they go into a community or they build a condominium, they realize it's so much more than just building a condominium. We've got countless examples, but a couple that I want to hit on are, number one, Festival Tower in the entertainment district. We see Festival Tower as probably the catalyst for that entire neighborhood, which today is probably one of the most popular neighborhoods in Toronto. And even when we sell condominiums to this day, we tell clients, the proximity to Festival Tower, and it's because of how they brought the festival in and the best restaurants in the area. So it's about much more than just a condominium there. Obviously, Regent Park, the biggest revitalization in North America, and the analogy we like to say is you guys took a Ford Pinto and turned it into a Mercedes-Benz, and you didn't do that by throwing a paint a coat on it. You changed the engine and you did all the nuts and bolts. So talk to us a little bit about Daniels and how that side of them, the community building side.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, you mentioned that we're known as one of the top builders. One of the things we're very proud of is the feedback we've gotten from people who've actually purchased from Daniels. And Daniels was the 2016 High Rise Builder of the Year winner through Tarion. And why we're so proud of that is because we sometimes refer to it as a People's Choice Awards, because Tarion's award is not an industry award so much as it's the feedback from people who are responding to Tarion about the experience they've had with their developer, everything from sales to construction to after move-in service. So it's something we're proud of because it's a real focus for us. Right from the moment someone walks into one of our presentation centers until they move into our community, we really focus on a high level of service. And that's really why over the 33 years that the Daniels Corporation has been in business, we've really established such a high level of our reputation and customers who come back to us community to community. In terms of what we build, you're absolutely right. We don't look at just building a condominium. We try to build a community. I don't think there's anyone in this industry who does master planning better than the Daniels Corporation. We have the talent, the experience, and we look at a community, and we'll look at a community that we think is underutilized and take that community and really study it to understand what the community needs to thrive and to grow. You mentioned Festival Tower, and it's a great example of how we went in there and really changed the face of the entertainment district when we built Festival Tower and then the twin building, the Cinema Tower right after that. At Regent Park, you mentioned it's the largest redevelopment of a city core. It's a 69-acre piece of land that's in the downtown east, which was really so underdeveloped. And we've gone in there and we've completely remade that community. So we took a community where there was no retail, no commercial, very little in amenities, and completely changed what was there. So we changed everything from the way the streets ran to putting in shopping, putting in a grocery store, putting in a bank, putting in restaurants, a new park. That's the type of redevelopment where we really become famous for. And we're doing the same here down in the waterfront, which is part of the overall, the waterfront community here with the East Bayfront redevelopment. There's 55 acres of the waterfront that's being redeveloped all the way from Jarvis across Parliament. That includes everything from residential to retail to office space to recreation, 1 kilometer, nonstop boardwalk along the waterfront. So this is a community that's going through a tremendous amount of revitalization. And then within this community, Daniels Waterfront City of the Arts is kind of leading the way in this a mixed-use community. So here at Daniels Waterfront City of the Arts, there'll be 1.32 million square feet of residential, of retail, of office, of learning space. So you can live, work, play, and learn in this community.
I think there's a lot to unpack there, and I want to talk about the East Bayfront because, again, it's an area that we feel very passionate about, and it's one of our favorite projects in Toronto right now. It's waterfront done right in downtown Toronto, which is, I think, very important. It's a huge parcel of land that meticulously planned. You've got public spaces, you mentioned the boardwalk, parks. There's a huge emphasis on retail at the ground level, so it becomes a very, very walkable area. And again, you've got some of the best developers building it out. You've got the commercial, you've got obviously Chorus headquarters coming in. The Daniels, part of the Lighthouse project, there's 2 commercial buildings. So there's going to be jobs. There's going to be obviously residential and retail as well. So for us, it's one of the best neighborhoods that is being built, and there's got a lot of backing behind it. But one of the things, obviously we want to focus here on Lighthouse. Similar to Festival, what we're seeing here is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels very much that this is going to be the Festival Tower of this neighborhood, where it's the catalyst of everything happening. And moving forward, we're going to say, proximity to Lighthouse and proximity to the Yard. So talk to us a little bit about what I feel is very, very important here, and that's the Yard, and that's the ground level retail that connects all 4 buildings.
Right, so first of all, when you're talking about proximity to us, we really are, from just a geographic location within this revitalization, we're really the gateway to this whole East Bayfront development. We're very, because we're right at the bottom of Jarvis, we're very close to Union Station. All of the kind of key parts of the downtown core are all walking distance, but it is also kind of opens up with the rest of the expansion that's going on through the East Bayfront, and people will this will be the marker of the entryway to the East Bayfront. In terms of some of the key elements of what makes this special, you mentioned the Yard. The other really important element to tie in the lakefront is the extension of Sugar Beach.
We didn't even mention Sugar Beach. Sugar Beach is another amazing public space.
Everyone knows Sugar Beach and the iconic pink umbrellas that are along the waterfront. We're extending Sugar Beach to Sugar Beach North. We're using the same architects, Claude Cormier and Associates, so we have the same feel and design. And we're extending it north, so that'll be another kind of meeting, gathering, entertainment space along the west side of our development. The Yard itself is a pedestrian walkway that connects Jarvis to Richardson Streets, is between the office and retail space and the residential space. It's a beautiful pedestrian walkway which will be lined with retail, with little shops and restaurants, so that if you're living in the condominiums, you'll just come down to the Yard, and you'll be able to go out for dinner, do some shopping. The whole concept behind this, of course, is that you don't have to leave your community to whether it's to work or whether it's for entertainment. And we found with our office condominiums, and many people who have bought into the office condominiums have also bought suites in our residential at the Lighthouse for that very reason.
Excellent. Let's jump up 1 level from the ground level to the amenities. The office space I want to focus on, because obviously there was a big announcement recently that George Brown will be taking space at the bottom of Lighthouse Tower. Everybody's very excited about that. I think it's a huge plus for the building, but maybe you want to expand on that a little bit.
We're so excited to have them coming in. So George Brown is going to be taking over 100,000 square feet in 130 QQE, which is the 2 office towers. They'll be taking the entire second and third floor and
Excellent.
putting in their School of Design. So they'll have approximately 1,800 students in that space, about 300 faculty members. We also have in our office space, OCAD University is taking space in their Colleges Ontario. Artscape is putting their head office into this space as well. So you can see there's a lot of the educational component to the office community. But we also, we have so much confidence in this community that Daniels is moving our head office
Wow.
to 130 QQE. So we love this community and we're going to be part of it for a very long time.
Excellent. I think that's amazing. Let's jump to the tower, the residential. So obviously the West Tower, huge success, launched and is virtually sold out at this point.
It is actually sold
It is
out
100% sold
I
out?
believe we have 1 suite remaining.
Okay, virtually sold out. Okay, excellent. So 1 suite remaining. The next launch will be the East Tower.
Yeah, so East Tower is launching very shortly. It's a 36-story tower, approximately just over 400 suites, everything ranging from studios to 2+ dens.
Excellent. One of the things that people get very excited about, especially at the waterfront, is the views. I think what's great about this vantage point is that not only looking south towards the water, you're going to get stunning views, but pretty much every which way that you go. You look northwest and you're going to get the financial district, the skyline, which is my personal favorite view. I'm very much a high-rise guy. Look east and you're going to overlook the entire East Bayfront redevelopment. So no matter which way you look, you're going to get amazing views.
You're absolutely right. You brought up a really great point because, like yourself, I'm actually partial to the city views.
Yeah.
Although the lake views are spectacular, no doubt about it, but I love the look of the city at nighttime with all the lights. And the views, north and west across to the city are spectacular. Of course, you'll have wonderful lake views as, across the lake, but there isn't a bad view here.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree. So, amenities. Talk to me briefly about the amenities in Lighthouse.
So, when we do amenities, we really try to focus on creating amenities that will get used a lot.
Sure.
So we really, you'll have the typical 24-hour concierge, which most buyers would expect in a building of this quality. You'll have 2 guest suites. You can be sharing the outdoor amenities on the 3rd floor with Lighthouse Tower West. So you're going to have access to a tennis court, basketball court, the bocce. We're putting an extreme fitness gym in here. So get rid of the gym membership because this gym will be it. Even if you're serious into fitness, this gym will be what you're looking for. A wonderful party room, and nice outdoor amenities with barbecues. We'll also have garden plots for those who have a green thumb and live in a condominium, which is
we're seeing an increase in demand for that. We are.
Really are. Daniels really was a pioneer in this in urban agriculture, and a number of years ago we started to try to introduce urban agriculture in all our condominiums, and we just saw this bloom over the years. And pardon the pun with bloom, we really saw just how much interest there was in being able to go out there and grow your own vegetables.
Yeah, 100%.
And how it brought the community together was really nice. So that will be in this building as well.
Excellent. One of the questions we always like to ask, we have a lot of first-time investors, people looking to get their feet wet. What advice would you have for that buyer who's looking at all the projects, but why would they look at this project over anything else?
Well, for an investor, I think there's 2 factors you're looking at is what is the long-term appreciation opportunity here, and then what is your rental opportunity? So when you think about the fact that we're creating this master plan community that is going to create a lot of jobs, so many people living here, the George Brown College with 1,800 students who are going to need to be down here, the rental opportunity is incredible here. And then when you look at the long-term viability of appreciation, while you're buying relatively at the ground floor of this whole East Bayfront revitalization, that over the next 10 years, you're going to see the entire East Bayfront change. So buying at the ground floor when a community is undergoing this level of change is always a very smart investment.
Absolutely, we agree. Is there anything I didn't ask that you wish I asked?
Well, we're going on sale very shortly, so if anyone who's interested, now is going to be the time. the demand, just judging by what the West Tower was like, was huge, and we sold most of the building right on opening day. So the key is really is to be out there and be prepared right at the start when we launch.
And how do they do that? Who do they contact?
They contact yourself.
Thank you, Dominic.
And Daniels and we've had a very long relationship with you. We have a lot of confidence in the way you do business, and with your honesty and integrity, you've always served your clients very well, which is something we appreciate. And yes, it'd be very well served by coming through you and coming down to the Daniels Waterfront.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Thank you for your time this morning.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.